everybody, Russ here. Just wanted to talk to you a little bit about our winter produce program again and the story behind it, why we chose it, why I think it's beneficial for you guys. And the whole thing about it is I'm on a special diet. I like to eat healthy, and we have the opportunity here to grow in our production houses and keep that freshness coming to you longer in the season. So we will have fresh produce anywhere from June all the way until the end of January for you guys. And I'm gonna give you a little demo into the individual crops that we are growing for you. The first thing we're gonna talk about is our green onions. This one's called Banner, and I love regular onions, but I'm not allowed to eat them, but I can get into the green onions. So these are great. We wash them off and have them bunched up in the cooler section for you. So this is the beets that we grew this year, and they're not like a normal large type beet. These are more on the baby beet side. So they're gonna be a little bit bigger than this whenever you see them bunched up in the store. But baby beets are awesome roasted. A little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, throw them on a baking sheet. Great addition to the dinner plate. These are the lettuce varieties that we grew this year. And we did two different types. This one is actually just a bunch of different leaf varieties. So there's red leaf, green leaf, and then there's some cut leaf varieties. And then in this mixture, we actually have some romaines and some cut leaf lettuces as well. There are a bunch of mixes. They're great in salads. They have a very long longevity in the refrigerator. I mean, we've had it in the refrigerator for up to 3 weeks at home, and they're still crispy and fresh every time you open the bag. All right, up next is Beet Greens. So this variety is called Bull's Blood, and this is just specifically grown for the greens. So these can be added into soups or into salads. They make a great salad topper. The color is amazing, and they're crispy and sweet. Up next is our microgreens. So we have two different varieties of microgreens. We have a mild and a spicy. The mild is more of the brassica seed mixes, and the spicy is more of the radicchio and radishes and arugula seed mix. And they're great for a salad topper, adds that little bit of spice into your salad, and has a lot of nutrients in it for you. Last up in this greenhouse is our spinach. So this is going to be a baby spinach variety. You're not going to get the super huge leaves that you're accustomed to in the grocery store, but these are the smaller leaves, which you can see compared in my hand. And these are going to come fresh to you in 5 to 6 ounce bags in the store. All right, so we got some herbs now. This is Emerald Tower basil. So we've talked about this actually during the spring season. We grew it to sell as plants for sale for you guys. Now we're growing it in the greenhouses as a cut herb, and it'll be in our produce boxes and be available in the store as well. This variety is excellent. It gets about 3 foot tall, and it doesn't flower, so you don't have to worry about picking off those seed heads. And the taste is amazing, just like the normal sweet basil that you're accustomed to. So this is fennel or anise. This is a great herb to use cut up fresh as a salad topper, or I've even used it in a seafood dish before. I've made it with scallops, sauteed it in the butter before you actually brown your scallops in the pan, and then stick that on top. Awesome dish. Multiple different uses that you can use this for. Next up is kale. This variety is called Dinosaur for its extra large leaves. This will be available in, I believe it's 8 ounce bags in the store. Great long leaves and not a lot of stem. Cabbage, same as the broccoli, it's a few weeks behind. Keep your eye out for it, it will be coming soon. We will be able to chill this house down to actually bring the sweetness out even more in this variety. Next up is carrots. So these guys are amazing fresh out of the ground. They are a mix, so you'll get different variations of orange, yellows, purples. And if you haven't had a fresh carrot right out of the ground, you don't know what you're missing. All right, last up is going to be our tomatoes. And this is a bush variety. and it'll have a nice beefsteak tomato on it, and they're about 2 weeks away from being in the store, so stay tuned for those. All right, last but not least is our cherry tomatoes. This is a great sweet variety, and they will be sold in little like pint-sized bags in the store. Great for a salad topper or mixing in some sauteed vegetables. These will be found in the store along with the other produce as well. Next up is these miniature peppers. These are mini sweets or mini sweet bells. It's called Takara, and we'll have them in orange and red. We're just going to start picking these probably next week, so stay tuned for these guys. They're excellent. You can even put them on a salad or mix them in with sauteed with some other veggies. They're a great sweet pepper. So this is our high tunnel house, which you've probably seen some photos coming out of here before. This was regular tomatoes were in here early season, so we usually plant them end of February, beginning of March, and we're harvesting the first week in June. So once those tomatoes were done, we pulled the stakes, and we got our last crop of broccoli and cabbage in here. This is a little different from the other houses because this is actually down in the native soil. We're not container growing these guys like everything else that you've seen in the prior video. So they're doing great in here. They've only been in here for about 3 weeks now, and they will be the later of all of the crops coming on. So towards the end of January, you will have some really great broccoli and cabbage available in the store for you. Once you walk in the store, straight ahead is our produce area. So the old farm tractor has tables and coolers set up all the way around it that has all of our fresh produce that we pick every day. So be sure to stop in, pull the door open on a cooler because there's a lot of stuff in there that's individually wrapped. And we are also doing produce boxes. So every week we are putting together a mixture of everything that we covered, all the different varieties that we have, and some additional stuff we throw in as well. And that sells for $40. That is online, or you can call in for that. And I just wanted to express how passionate we are about this program. I mean, this has been in the farming end of it has been in the family for 5 generations now. So we're keeping this going and providing you fresh produce almost all the way through winter. So we're gonna do our best to do this well and to provide that all the way from about June, July, all the way until the end of January, February. So once we do close, we are gonna close in December now at Christmas, which we are doing Christmas this year, which is new for us. And so after that, any additional produce that we do have will be in produce boxes. So it will be still available even though the store will be closed. So we will be putting those online on our social media, via email list and everything else. So stay tuned, and thanks for joining us.